welcome to Homeschool. This is your class 10 mathematics NCERT or CBSE syllabus, and we are in a new chapter, that is your chapter number 10, quadratic equations. Exercise 10.2. We are going to deal with the third problem now. Find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. How to do this one? We need to find the two numbers. What are the two numbers? We don't know, right? Let us assume here it is only one variable. So I cannot take, let the two numbers be x and y. I won't take. I take only one variable x. How? Let the two numbers, right? First number. Let the first number be x and let the second number, what is the second number here? First number plus second number, sum is equal to 27. Understand here carefully. X plus second number is equal to 27. Then what will be the second number? Send this x other side. It will be 27 minus x. Directly you want, you can write this. Okay. So once again listen here carefully. Let the first number be x and let the second number be sum what given. In that you subtract first number 27 minus x. Product of two numbers is equal to 182. What are the two numbers product, children? X into 27 minus x is equal to 182. Multiply these two product means multiply. X into 27, 27x plus into minus x into x square. You have degree 2 and that is having a negative sign. So you can shift these two terms this side. That means 0 is equal to x square minus 27x plus 182. Now at a time reverse LHS, RHS, LHS side. X square minus 27x plus 182 equal to 0. Factorize the equation. Factorize the quadratic equation. 1 into 182. 182, find the factors. You need to get the factors, add or subtract. You should get the middle term. That is minus 27. How can I find factors? Easy method, do the LCM. That is 182. 2 nines are 2 ones are. Then again 7 ones are 7 threes are. That's it. 2, 7, 13. Let me multiply here. 7 twos are 14. 14 and 13, do you get? Yes. 14, 13. 14 into 13, it will be 182. But you should get here minus 27. How you get minus? If you take minus 14 minus 13. When you add, you are going to get minus 27. Split the middle term. X square minus 14x minus 13x plus 182 equal to 0. Take out x common. X minus 14 minus 13 take out common. You are left with x minus 14 equal to 0. In these two, x minus 14 is common. If you remove that, you are left with x minus 13 equal to 0. Equate 0 or x minus 13 equal to 0. Minus 14 send other side, x is equal to 14. And minus 13 if you send other side, x is equal to 13. What are the roots of the quadratic equation, children? We got two positive roots you got. Therefore, x is equal to 14 or x is equal to 13. Suppose your first number if I take 14, then what will be the next number? 27 minus 14, it will be 13. Or if I take first number 13, second number will be 14. You need to solve two cases. If I'm going to take one root separately. If x is equal to 14, first number is equal to x is equal to 14 and your second number is equal to 27 minus x, that will be 27 minus 14 is equal to 13. Okay, if your first number 14 means second number will be 13. Or one more case. If x is equal to 13, if x value was 13 means first number is equal to x is equal to 13. Then your second number is equal to 27 minus x is equal to 27 minus 13 is equal to 14. So understand carefully, if two numbers given in your quadratic equation, we need to get with the only one variable. So any one number you assume variable and see the sum what you have. Subtract first number from this value. Okay. Now use the product and then frame the quadratic equation, then factorize. Then whatever you get, you just find out the two numbers. See the fourth problem. Find two consecutive positive integers. What do you mean by consecutive positive integers, children? Continuous numbers. Sum of whose squares is 365. Let us start our solution. Let the two, we don't know two consecutive positive integers. So we are going to assume. Let the two consecutive positive integers are, what shall we take? We need only one variable. So I take first integer as x and next will be x plus 1. Are x and x plus 1. Sum of, given that sum of whose squares is 365. Which squares, children? The two numbers, positive integer squares. X square plus sum of means plus sign. X plus 1 whole square is equal to 365. I repeat once again, look here. Two consecutive positive integers set. We have taken x and x plus 1. And your statement, sum of squares of those integers is equal to 365. Do the squares separately. X square as it is, and you can see the identity. What is that? A plus b whole square. What is that? A square plus 2ab plus b square. Substitute that. X square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 365. If you want, you can write here, since by a plus b whole square identity I have applied here, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Now x square plus x square will be 2x square plus 2x plus 1. Bring this side. Minus 365 equal to 0. 2x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 365 equal to 0. 2x square plus 2x. 1 minus 365 it will be minus 364 equal to 0. Can you take anything common? Yes. 2 take out common. X square plus x minus 2 1s, 2 8s, 2 2s means 182. Send this to other side. 0 by anything will be 0. You are left with x square plus x minus 182 equal to 0. This is same quadratic equation what we have done before. Similar pattern it was there, 182. So now minus 182 take factors. Such a way you should get plus 1. 182 what are the factors? 14 and 13. How you will get here plus 1? If you take plus 14 minus 13 you are going to get plus 1. And if you multiply plus into minus 14 13s are 182. Split the middle term. X square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 equal to 0. Take out common. X is common. X plus 14 and here minus 13 is common in these two. X plus 14 equal to 0. In these two again x plus 14 is common. Take out x minus 13 will be left. Therefore x plus 14 equal to 0 or x minus 13 equal to 0. Plus 14 send other side. X is equal to minus 14 or x is equal to 13. So what are the roots of the quadratic equation, children? Therefore the roots of the quadratic equation are minus 14 and 13. So is our problem completed? No. They asked us what are the two consecutive positive integers. So when that word if you see positive, will you consider this root? No. They have given their positive integers. Though it have as a one root in your answer, neglect this minus 14 and take 13. Therefore, the two consecutive positive integers are x is equal to how much, children? 13. And x plus 1 is equal to 13 plus 1. That is equal to 14. Therefore, 13 and 14 are two positive consecutive integers. You can write this statement and you can end this. What are the two consecutive positive integers? 13 and 14. We cannot consider here minus 14. The fifth problem, the altitude of a right triangle. Okay, let me draw a right triangle here. What do you mean by right? Right angled. Right triangle. Okay. The altitude means what? Height. A, B, C. Let AB be the altitude. What is that altitude? The altitude is 7 centimeters less than its base. What is base? Do we know base? We don't know. So, let us assume base x. Altitude is 7 centimeters less than its base means altitude will be x minus 7. If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeters, find the other two sides is your problem. Okay, our solution. Let ABC be a right triangle. be a right triangle. Base of a right triangle BC is equal to x centimeters. Let me assume. Now what it will be the altitude, children? Altitude is equal to, what is altitude here? AB is equal to 7 less than the base, x minus 7 centimeter. And what did they give here? Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse AC is equal to 13 centimeters. We need to find the other two sides is your problem. Now, by applying Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. AC 13 whole square. AB x minus 7 whole square. BC x square. 13 13s are 169. Now you can remember an identity, A minus B whole square. What is A minus B whole square, children? A square minus 2AB plus B square. You remember that identity now? Apply here. X square minus 2AB. 7 2 is 14. 14 into x, 14x. Plus B square. 7 7s are 49. Plus x square. X square plus x square will be 2x square minus 14x plus 49. Bring this side, minus 169 equal to 0. 0 equal to 2x square minus 14x minus 120. Now is there anything common? Yes, I can take 2 common here. Take out 2 common. X square minus 7x minus 60. Now this 2 send other side 0 by anything will be 0. Now what you are left with at a time reverse? X square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0. Factorize this quadratic equation now. X square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0. 60, what are the factors, children? Minus 60, you need to calculate the factors in order to get minus 7. 10 6 are 60, we won't get. Then which number we can take? Let's take here LCM. Look here carefully. 2 13s are 5 6 are, and again 2 3s are. Okay, now find out factors for this. 5 2s are 10, 3 2s are 6, 10 6 are you won't get. Now again, 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. 12 and 5, do you get? Yes. 12 and 5 are the factors. How do you get minus 7? If you take positive at the biggest number, minus 12 plus 5, you are going to get minus 7. Split the term now. X square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 equal to 0. Take out x common. X minus 12 plus take out 5 common. X minus 12 equal to 0. In these two, x minus 12 is common. X minus 12 into x plus 5 equal to 0. X minus 12 equal to 0 or x plus 5 equal to 0. Bring this minus 12 other side. 0 plus 12 it will be 12. And here plus 5 send other side, minus 5. X is equal to 12 or x is equal to minus 5 are roots of the quadratic equation. 12 and minus 5 are the roots of the quadratic equation. What is this value now, children? Length of this side is 12 or minus 5. Do length can be negative? No. Length can never be negative. You can write that statement. Therefore, I will assume x is equal to 12. That is, base of a right triangle is equal to BC is equal to 12 centimeters. Base BC is equal to x is equal to 12 centimeters. And altitude AB is equal to x minus 7 is equal to 12 minus 7. That will be 5 centimeters. Altitude is 5 centimeters and base is 12 centimeters. This is the thing they asked us to find. So if you want, you can write here. Therefore, the two sides of a right triangle are 5 centimeters and 12 centimeters. That's it. Sixth problem of this exercise. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article in rupees was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. Okay, somehow this question is little confusing, right? Let us read this and then come back again. If the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. So what we need to do? First, this cottage industry, what does it do? It produces some pottery articles every day. One day we are talking. A particular day, the cost of production of each article. Cost of that article. How many produced on that day? We don't know. So let us assume that let the number of articles produced in a day be X. And what is the cost? Cost in rupees said was 3 more than. More means always you remember plus. B 3 more than. Okay? 3 more than twice the number of articles produced. How many articles produced? We have assumed X. Twice it means twice 2x. Twice the number of articles produced on that day. The total cost of production on that day. Cost of production is 90 rupees. And what did they ask here? How many number of articles produced and what is the cost of each article? Problem is very simple. Understand carefully. Let the production of the articles on a day be X. Cost, what did they give? 3 more than twice the production of the articles. That is 2x plus 3. Cost of the production is 90 rupees. Suppose I just say one example for you. A toy. There are 10 toys produced on that day. Each toy cost is 5 rupees. Means what you do there? 5 rupees into 10 toys. 5 into 10, 50 rupees we say. Similarly, this 90 rupees is what? Production of articles into cost of the article. So that is the same thing we do here. X into 2x plus 3 is equal to 90. Multiply this. 2x into x will be 2x square plus x into 3, 3x is equal to 90. Bring this 90 this side. 2x square plus 3x minus 90 equal to 0. 92 sa 180 plus into minus. Always multiply and write here, then you won't get any mistake. 2 into 90, 180 plus into minus 180. Minus 180, you need to see the factors in such a way you should split the middle term. That means it should get 3. Okay, let's do LCM here. In rough column, we should do this. 90, 330, 310, 2, 5. Now, 3 keep in concentration. 3 3s are 9. 9 2s are 18. 5 2s are 10. 10 18s are we won't get. Then again, what are all the options you can see? 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20. 3 3s are 9. 20 and 9 we won't get. Then what are the options we can take here? 5 3s are 15. 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12. 12 and 15, I think the factors are 15 and 12. And how will you get plus 3? If you subtract, plus 15 minus 12 will be 3. And if you multiply plus into minus, minus 15 12s are 180. Now split the middle term. 2x square plus 15x minus 12x minus 90 equal to 0. Don't be confused. You can take plus 15 first or minus 12 also first. Any way you can take. Now in these two, anything common? Only x is common. 2x plus 15. Now in these two, 6 is common. 2x plus minus you have taken out of this minus sign become plus is equal to 0. 2x plus 15 is common. Take out x minus 6 equal to 0. 2x plus 15 equal to 0 or x minus 6 equal to 0. Bring this term this side. 2x is equal to minus 15. X is equal to minus 15 by 2. And here x is equal to 6. What are the roots of the quadratic equation here, children? X is equal to minus 15 by 2 and x is equal to 6. Observe here, production of articles, will it be negative? Minus these many toys produced, you will say? No. So we cannot consider negative. So right here, production of articles cannot be negative. Therefore, x is equal to 6. What is how many articles produced here? X means what? Therefore, number of articles produced in a day is equal to 6 articles. And what is the cost of that article? Cost of one article. Cost of one article is equal to 2x plus 3. That will be 2 into 6 plus 3. 2 6 are 12. 12 plus 3 will be 15. 15 rupees, children. One article cost is 15 rupees. On that particular day, 6 articles are produced and each article cost is 15 rupees. This is the way we solve verbal problems. Verbal problems, while we are solving, we should be very careful. Steps are all very important. And here verbal statements also carry marks in these type of problems. Understand the question carefully. Try to frame the quadratic equation. Okay. With this, we are going to end our session today, children. In our next session, we are going to continue with the next exercise. Until that, keep watching. Thank you all.